That dude had a name? Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 45th episode of the show Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, as well as the 338th episode overall, titled Journey's End Part 3. We begin this episode where we left off, but now we see that the Scorpion Stinger has landed on the moon as well. Yukina remembers her father Scorpius telling her to get into Cocoon, and his voice echoes in her head as she gets closer and closer to the thing getting in. We see movement behind the sheet of the cocoon and flashes of her transformation as she exits in green goo. Leo checks out his completely busted jet jammer. He tries to call the others again, but no go. He hears something and he walks over, seeing the destroyed Scorpion Stinger getting closer. Dude, why? Let it go. On the new world, Mike is with Stanton, saying that everyone is accounted for and everyone has tents. They need a report on food and water supplies. Mike gets away, calling Kai, who says nothing yet. Corona and Maya haven't found Leo, and you can tell Kai's a bit worried. Leo gets closer to the Scorpion Stinger, seeing a lot of green goo, which are actually footprints walking away. He immediately knows that this is Drakina, and he sees that the footprints went back to the destroyed Terra Venture. We see the place destroyed as Drakina's freaky insect gooey body goes around, and she materializes a staff, using it to send a green wave over stuff. Leo is walking around and he realizes that the power is somehow coming back on. Suddenly the thing takes off and Leo is falling over onto the ground. He's understandably pretty freaked out. Now Terra Venture is just a flying saucer in the sky heading to the new world. Leo is walking around in the corridors finding more of the green goo footsteps. He follows them and we're getting a lot of mileage out of this gross goo sound effect. He's in the main bridge and he finds Drakina's gross staff, which is glowing. He tries something on the panel and Drakina goes by quickly and she lands in front of him and we get a good look at her. She's genuinely kinda gross. The two start fighting, but Leo gets his ass kicked immediately. A computer voice says that Terra Venture is on a collision course, and Leo has to stop Drakina to stop the ship apparently. She then kicks him out of the main tower, and in midair, Leo yells, "Go, Galactic!" only to land on his back anyways. Drakina comes flying down and she's ready to fight. Leo takes out his Quasar Saber, but Drakina is now able to zoom around and Leo's ass is getting kicked. The others are walking through the forest when Kai's walkie-talkie goes off. It's Mike saying that they found Leo. They ask where he is and Mike says unbelievably he's flying on a collision course toward them on Terra Venture. Turns out the High Council is watching surveillance footage of Leo and Drakina fight. How? I have no idea. The others rush off to get to their jet jammers to help Leo. We see them get closer while Drakina yells about how her dad is dead or whatever, and then she blows up Leo's shit once more. Drakina then says she might actually just eat Leo. That's gross. The other four Rangers come in on their jet jammers and they get out, and Leo explains that Drakina is super strong now and she's gone through a change. Menopause. They fight her and Corona is easily dealt with, followed by Kai. Then Damon, and then Maya. Leo calls for Drakina, who takes out a whip weapon, sending Leo flying into a wall so hard he breaks it. On the new world, the colony sees a flying saucer of Terra Venture heading toward them. The Rangers regroup and they call out their Quasar launchers, firing on Drakina, who easily catches the beam and fires it back at them. Alright. Also, yeah, still on collision course. The Rangers are getting tossed aside, and here comes the boys on their astrocycles to help Corona and Maya, but Damon is hit off of his pretty quickly, followed by Kai. Corona and Maya hold Drakina back as Leo uses his red capsular cycle fireball attack on Drakina, and she gets hit back. Meanwhile, the colony is really panicking over the incoming Terra Venture, which makes sense. Leo is hopping around chasing Drakina, and he gets to her, slashing her across the chest with his Quasar Saber. He then pulls out those ugly-ass keys, turning into the red armored Power Ranger. Yawn. He uses the grip arm on her, pulling her closer around the waist. He gets her as close as he possibly can, and the other Rangers run up, realizing what he's doing. Leo then fires on her, and we get a quick in-helmet shot that's pretty cool. He fires and there's a huge explosion. A demon laughs and disappears in the fire, apparently. The Rangers run up, thinking that Leo is gone, saying how he sacrificed himself for the colony, but then out of the debris, here comes a beat-up Leo, and we see that it's him through his cracked-up helmet. Did you guys even check? He says that was the end of Drakina. Actually. Anyways, Terra Venture's still on an impact course and everyone's freaking out, including Stanton. They don't know how to slow it down, but then here comes the Galaxy Megazord out of nowhere, which slows them down allegedly. I don't know. This is only what Corone says is happening, but there's a huge freaking explosion happening on the new world. Everyone ducks down and it's quiet for a moment. Bulk and Phenomena show up again because God forbid they were used at all during this season. Everyone seems to assume that everyone died, but then a roar is heard. Here comes the 5 Galactic Beasts with their respective Rangers on their heads. The Rangers jump down and everyone is celebrating. In a nice moment, Damon is hugging Rainier. Maya is looking up at the Galactic Beasts who roar, and they start to walk away, and she tells Leo they want them to follow them. Maya's helmet disappears, and so does Leo's. The others show up, and the same thing happens to them. They're walking through the forest to where the Galactic Beasts wanted them to go, and dun dun dun, Maya finds the Elder from the first episode in stone. They've landed on Miranoi. Maya says that they were chosen and the legend said that only the chosen 5 who could get the sabers out. But then Furyo turned them all to stone, and it was their destiny to make things right again. Maya says that she wishes they could have saved Miranoi. She removes more vines. She says that their quest is complete, but until next time, when the next chosen warriors need the Quasar sabers, they need to put their sabers back into the stone where they came from. The Rangers remove their Quasar sabers as well, putting them back into the stone. You know, 2 of the 5 weren't even the chosen ones by the sabers, now that I think about it, so... Anyways, they're all back and the lights and stuff happen. Their suits disappear as energy beams fly around touching the stone, which kind of makes it disappear. Yes, the water and leaves are returning, as are the people of Miranoi. Maya goes, "Jara?" to the old man from the first episode. They're all alive and fine now. Then Leo says, "Look, and an apparition is a smiling Kendricks who says, 'I knew you'd make it here.'" Yep, Kendricks is back hugging them. Corone and Mike watch on, and Kendricks thanks Corone for everything that she did. Then Leo says, "Hey, look, and there are fireworks in the sky by the Galactic Beast as everyone smiles in slow motion." Where did those come from? The end. This is probably hands down the strongest group of finale episodes in Power Rangers history thus far, although it does feel like some good competition with Chase in the Space as well as Countdown to Destruction. The way we see Drakina go full bug and then how she's taken out actually doesn't feel rushed at all. The entire episode was very well paced, and it really did well to respect all the stories of each Rangers as it wrapped things up. I mean, except for Damon, but like, what was there to wrap up? Yeah, Kendricks is back, which is a bit of an ugh, to be honest. I feel like she could have just been a ghost, and she could have just said the same things almost, but she didn't have to be revived completely. I don't know. Also super awkward how Maya is like, "You have no idea how many times I wish you'd come back," which kind of sounds like, yo, Corone sucks. I'm not really bummed about the new world being Miranoi either. As a kid, this like blew my mind. I never considered the possibility of them stumbling upon Miranoi and living there. I know it's probably predictable as an adult, but I really did the good job as a kid. So yeah, there you have it. We're done with Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Well, almost. Next time, we'll talk about the season as a whole. What worked, what didn't, and God, let's talk about what could have been done instead. But until then, may the power protect you.